the Denver Nuggets have a golden opportunity to strike at the 25th hour before rosters get finalized, as now they have the perfect chance to fill a huge role helping out David Adelman's offense in an absolutely great way, while also covering for the loss of one of their best players who they recently lost in free agency. And we are going to go over all of that, guys. We're going to waste no time jumping right into everything, but real quick, if you are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Nuggets Digest, this is the place to be for all Denver Nuggets news every single day. You don't want to miss out on all the great content that we got for you. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video, guys. But also, on top of that, if you have wanted to break into the sports media world, whether it's as a writer or as a YouTube on-screen content creator, make sure to apply to the link down below or seen on the screen right under me right here. Guys, this is a perfect opportunity if you're like me and all you ever wanted to do in life is talk about sports. Digest Media has a ton of openings, including ones in the Denver, Colorado area as well, with the Nuggets, the Broncos, the Rockies, the Avalanche, all sports that you could possibly hope for. But let's jump into it, guys. A lot to go over on the Denver Nuggets right now, because look, Ben Tenzer and Jon Wallace did an absolutely excellent job covering this team after free agency, or during free agency and the offseason. They needed to add a huge bench, something that was really an issue last year that ultimately led partially to Mike Malone getting fired because he didn't even use his bench whatsoever. But on top of that, also the bench was not really that great. I mean, yeah, there were pieces that were solid, don't get me wrong. Russell Westbrook was excellent off the bench. He was their best bench performer. Peyton Watson had a good year. There was stuff to like, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't a championship caliber bench. And now things have changed. The Nuggets have one of the best benches in the NBA, one that fans should be super excited about, but now they have a golden opportunity to strengthen that up more after a recent development with this guy right here, Spencer Dinwiddie. As recently, we did see Spencer Dinwiddie get waived from the Charlotte Hornets. As Shams Charania revealed, the Charlotte Hornets are waiving guard Spencer Dinwiddie. Sources tell ESPN. Dinwiddie, an 11-year NBA veteran, signed a one-year deal with the Charlotte Hornets in July free agency. Charlotte had to release a guaranteed salary ahead of the opener next week and chose Spencer Dinwiddie over Pat Connaughton. Last year, Dinwiddie he's bounced around recently, but most recently in his second stint with the Dallas Mavericks, he put up 11 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists, shot 41% from the field and 33% from three, including 40% on corner threes. Dinwiddie gives the Nuggets a good ball handler who's solid height, can play the one or the two, very versatile guard, very versatile combo guard who also can play that point guard spot quite well and would be an excellent fit for a Nuggets team. That was mentioned here by Sports Illustrated, who said, for the Nuggets, a team with only 14 traditional roster spots signed before next season, Dinwiddie appears to be a feasible fit, but also someone who could fill a role in Denver's rotation that has already faced questions before the new year kicks off. A solidified backup one in the backcourt. Sure, summer free agent signing Bruce Brown can run his fair share of point guard behind Jamal Murray, and Peyton Watson is expected to carry some of those ball handling duties in the second unit as well. But having the security of a veteran like Dinwiddie to turn to as an option would be a logical addition for that 15th roster spot, which I do have to agree with. Now, this isn't any shade towards Bruce Brown or anything like that. Brown, yeah, he could play the one. I see him as more of a Swiss Army knife type of guy who doesn't fit in at one position, similar to what Steve Kerr said about Josh Hart. The position Bruce Brown plays is winner. He can go wherever you need him, but he put up 8 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists between the Pelicans and the Raptors last season, shooting 39% on the corner three, 33% from the three overall, and 42% from the field. He's not a true point guard, and he's also not a true ball handler. Now, Peyton Watson has come leaps and bounds with ball handling, which is going to be super helpful for the Nuggets last year. Watson shot 48% from the field, 35% from three, 45% on the corner three, playing good defense. He is getting a block and a half per game and also half a steal per game while putting up 8 points and 3 rebounds. I don't really love the idea of Peyton Watson being a full-time ball handler or Bruce Brown being a full-time ball handler. I think that Watson's better off the ball, especially in those corners where he can hit threes and make nice cuts and also be one of the best defenders on the Nuggets. He's got that spot locked down. However, at the same point, we do see a team in the Nuggets who desperately could use some more help with actual guards, with actual ball handling, or Jamal Murray's workload is quickly going to become a lot to handle. Dinwiddie was absolutely excellent in the 2022 playoffs as well, showing he can perform at the biggest moment. Luka Doncic missed part of these 2022 playoffs. This is where we saw Jalen Brunson emerge before going to the Knicks. And Dinwiddie was also excellent this time around. He putting up 14 points per game, 3.6 assists, and 2.4 rebounds in those 18 games. He performed excellently, shooting 40% from the field, 41%, 0.7% from the field and from three, where half his shots were from three. We saw Dinwiddie put up an absolutely excellent playoff performance, and show that he was a really valuable sixth man to a team that made the Western Conference Finals against a Suns team that was, I mean, they were quite against the Suns team, against the Warriors team that was quite good. They beat that Suns team. They beat that Suns team into just absolutely submission there with the great Chris Paul hits a three to cut the lead to 42. That great meme, which is obviously one of the great memes of the recent NBA history. But on top of that, you just look at their depth chart and like, we do see holes, like, and it's mainly ball handling and passing out of the second unit. Because, look, again, Peyton Watson's not a terrible passer, and he's a solid ball handler, don't get me wrong. Julian Strawther can be a ball handler, and Bruce Brown is not a bad passer, but you do want that true one. I mean, what if Jamal Murray, God forbid, were to go down with an injury? I mean, I highly doubt Jamal's going to play all 82 games. I'm not saying that he's going to get some serious injury, but like most NBA players, you do take a couple nights off once in a while if you're just dealing with soreness or something, or that just overall rundown, just when you're just feeling it a lot, and Jamal Murray always works with a big workload, so it wouldn't be shocking to see Jamal miss some games, even if it's just like, oh, Jamal Murray has a sore right foot or something, like, and he misses a game. It's going to be very telling on how that starting lineup fares. I mean, obviously, Jokić being there does change things a lot, but, like, even in situations on that second unit, when Jamal Murray's not there, when Jokić comes out, if there's going to be enough playmaking to really do anything, because you could stagger Murray and Jokić a little bit during the regular season or during the playoffs, so you always have one of your two stars on the court, which I expect them to do to a degree, especially because Murray does have an affinity for playing high minutes, and so does Jokić come the playoffs. That it's pretty easy to stagger their minutes where they're both playing 39 minutes a night. You're just trying to work on those 9 minutes that they both have to be off the floor, and it's pretty easy to not have that overlap. Now, on top of that, you do look at the fact that Russell Westbrook is now gone. Losing Russ loses your ball handler and your facilitator very quickly. Russ had a good year with the Nuggets, putting up 13.3 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists a night, shooting 45% from the field and 32% from three. These numbers are eerily similar to what Dinwiddie did, albeit his numbers are better than Spencer Dinwiddie's, but Dinwiddie still does cover a lot of those bases. Now, on top of that, we just see this unit where it's like, yeah, there's something to work with, but is it Russ? No, it's not. But at the end of the day, it will be super helpful for the Nuggets to add this on. And now Brian Windhorst did talk about Russell Westbrook, saying that he's now a journeyman, and Dennis Schroeder will start over him, saying, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. Dennis Schroeder is going to be their starter. He is on his 5th team in 3 years. Schroeder can do a lot of things. He's a journeyman. He's a journeyman for a reason. This is now Russell Westbrook's 7th team in 8 years. Okay, that is a journeyman. He is a journeyman for a reason. Now, on top of that, the Nuggets, they were going to bench Russ if he didn't opt out of his player option. As Danny Green said, from what I heard, is that they were not planning on playing him at all this year, even behind certain guys that he should be above. Now, if that's true, that's really, really, really idiotic of the team. I don't know why they wouldn't play Russ. He clearly had a positive impact on winning, but they could use another point guard, and Spencer Dinwiddie is the perfect option for that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. I'll catch you later.